Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/JustNoMil. In today's episode, Mom says I need to wait to get engaged/married. Mil won't stop talking at me. So sick of Mil. Leave me freaking alone. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Mom says I need to wait to get engaged/married. For some background, my mother has been in prison since I was 5, I am now 22. She was never really a mother to me, more of a friend if I can call it that. My boyfriend and I have been together for 2 years and are ready to take the next step in our relationship and have been talking about getting engaged. I opened up to my mom about how he is planning on proposing within the next few months and she lost it. She claims that he not only has to ask my grandfather's permission, who raised me my whole life, but he also has to ask her permission too. I thought that was a weird request, but whatever. She then states that she sees parole next year and I am not allowed to get married before she gets out. She even went as far as to say she would pay my grandfather $2,000 so he would say no. She sees parole early next year, but if you know anything about the process, it could be a no and she might have to see them again the next year. I'm not planning on getting married before she sees parole, but weddings take time to plan and I don't think it is fair to make me plan my life around her potential parole. I don't feel like I should have to be engaged for 2+ years because of her. I don't know if I am overreacting or if she's being selfish. She's already missed out on huge moments in my life, but she made the choices she did and she should have to live with that. Any thoughts or advice would be appreciated. Thanks everyone. Also, side note, as harsh as it sounds, I don't care if she's there. It would honestly be easier to explain if she wasn't there because not many people in my life are aware of the situation considering she's been gone the majority of my life. Update. I seriously cannot thank everyone enough for their kind words. I think I just needed some sort of validation and I have definitely received that, so thank you. I spoke with my grandfather and he thinks she's delusional. He agrees that no one needs permission to marry me, I am an adult and fully capable of making decisions, and I do not need to plan my future wedding around her. If she can be there and prove she's worthy, then she will be there. If she cannot, that's not my problem. As far as boundaries, that will be a big one. I am a very empathetic person and I have a hard time standing up for myself. I understand this is something I need to work on. Again, I am so grateful for all of the advice I have received so far. I haven't spoken to Mom yet, but I plan to confront her and then drop any talk of engagement/wedding planning. IMO, you should feel free to stop communicating with your egg donor for the rest of your life. I would certainly stop telling her anything about your engagement and potential wedding. And, assuming she does get out on parole, I would not allow her to be involved in even the smallest detail of wedding planning. But that's me. When Mom brings up your engagement/wedding, because she will, even if you don't, tell her calmly but firmly, this isn't any of your business, please don't ask me about it again. You are getting out on parole soon. You only have $2,000 to your name. Instead of planning ahead on how to use that money to set yourself up for success, you're threatening to use it as a payoff to control my life. This does not sound healthy. I hope you reflect on why this is unhealthy, and how damaging it is to our relationship when you say things like this. Until you are able to accept your behavior as unhealthy and apologize, my engagement/future plans with fiancé are not up for discussion in any way, shape, or form. This is perfect, thank you so much. You are excellent at this, I'm hella impressed, well done. You don't owe her shit. I would not give a frog about the blessing of any family member. You and your BF want to get the next step, engagement, marriage. Both of you are adults. Both of you decide this on your own. You do not need the okay of any family member. Your life, your wedding, your choice. Go for it. Sending you and your partner love, thoughts and strength. Yes, she is being incredibly selfish, not to mention arrogant. Please do what you want and don't make your so feel like he has to ask anyone for your hand. It's your hand to give. Honestly, she's been out of your life for 17 years in the time you needed her the most. You don't owe her an explanation. What I would do, get engaged, plan a wedding, set a date. If she gets out before you get married, don't invite her. Or if she tells you she's getting out a certain date, I would make the date you get married before she gets out just so she can't come. She cannot control your life. You are your own person. Don't let her bring you down. Thank you, I appreciate this. I would feel way more stressed with her there as she tends to make things about herself. Hoping we can set a date to where she cannot attend, even if it means pushing things up a bit. Mil won't stop talking at me. Long story short, I'm at my Mil cottage and she is hard to be around. BC she won't stop talking at me all the time. Not to mention she's very manipulative to her children. We will be leaving on Sunday and I hope I get my so to say something, but if I can't, I'm looking for some advice. Every year when we pack to leave the cottage she parks a chair and just talks at us while we're packing. Packing is stressful for us. We also have a dog we need to watch while we're doing this. And she talks. She's not telling us a story or anything. It's a lot of, what's this? Don't forget that. Ready to go home? Gonna miss me? Gonna stop for food? Hope the traffic is okay. And she will not take one-word answers or straight up ignoring her as a hint. How can I phrase it to her to say please leave me the F alone while I'm packing and do not peep at me until I'm done? This might not sound that bad, but it wears me down like a water drip on a stone and I can't do it anymore. Don't pack up as the last thing you do while you're there. Pack up the night before, or the morning of, but plan a big deal breakfast/brunch after, where all the attention can be on her. She will still likely try to talk at you, but with breakfast in the schedule you have these options. I'm sorry Mil, I feel like I'm not giving you my full attention while we're packing up, which I hate to do. Packing just gets me so flustered. Don't worry, we'll chat lots over breakfast. Escalate to, I'm sorry Mil, I am a rubbish multitasker and can't participate in/be around an active conversation, in case she tries to talk to your so instead, and get this done. Would you mind giving us some quiet time to work on this until breakfast? Escalate to Mil, I know you don't mean to upset me. Being interrupted while I do this is upsetting, and I think I'm going to snap at you unfairly. Please leave us alone until breakfast. If she keeps on after being warned you're going to snap at her. Welp. Stupid prizes. Pack the day before, leave out only the thing you'll need in the morning and make a list of turn to tick off. Packing that morning will take 1 minute, and she won't even know you two have started. This one. My Mil does this constantly. What I do is get my husband to entertain her and keep her out of my way while I pack. Yes, I have to do all the work alone, but I'd rather work really hard than spend a second more listening to her or have her stand in the doorway watching me like a creep. In return, my husband does all the work at my parents' house and I keep the parents away. That's a great plan. I am gonna try to get him to work on that. We don't visit my parents. BC my mom's a hoarder, so it's a very diff dynamic. I lived with his mom and she wore me down bad during that time. Now every time I'm with her I'm almost triggered. Noise-canceling headphones and pack up your stuff the night before when you go to bed so you can just leave in the morning. My mom's a narcissist and just blathers on like this all the time. It's torture. Good thing I'm NC with her now. What's this? A dildo. Don't forget that. That's my leg. Ready to go home? Very. Gonna miss me? No. That's my leg made me chortle. This whole list made me chuckle. Oh, I get this. I would only take what I really need and nothing extra. Then I never fully unpack. Carrier bag in the suitcase for laundry/rubbish bag for rubbish/ by tomorrow I'd only have out of the case what I am wearing the next day. Anything clean that I'm not wearing stays in the case. Evening before pack up inside your room as much as you can. Sunday morning when you're getting ready to leave stay in your room, give her a job. MIL, can you get rid of my rubbish outside please? Could I have some water please? Here are the keys, can you open the car please? Can you take LO/pet to the toilet? Then you do all your last minute prep still in your room. When it's time to leave, everyone leaves AS1. You are in a hurry / you have to be somewhere on time for an appointment. Start the car. I honestly get this. My MIL used to sneak to the kitchen and make us an enormous meal also, just as we were packing up to leave and didn't want even a bite, used to drive me mad. We started saying night before and next morning no food. We're going somewhere next to eat. Once we refused to sit down and just left her after she'd been told 3 times no, pans bubbling away and plates out ready. Pack all but your clothing for the next day. Keep a backpack with toothbrushes to stuff your nightclothes in when you get up. Take everything but backpack out to car night before. Next morning, get up, get dressed, brush teeth, throw backpack in the car before eating breakfast. If breakfast isn't ready, grab a quick cup of coffee. Load the kids/dog and you are out of there. We had 4 kids and a big dog and we could do this in under 45 minutes. You ignore any chit-chat because are getting ready to leave. Start packing at night, when everyone else is sleeping. It might give you the stress-free packing you are looking for. Leave 1 drawer for things you need now. Like brush, toothbrush, jammies and an outfit to wear home on your last day. Before she can park her butt in your space and annoy you on purpose, you both will only have your 1 drawer each, plus the dog's stuff to toss in the car. Good luck to you. I find pretending to be a scattered brain helps. After she starts in on a few questions, stare hard for a minute at your suitcase. Politely tell her you're a little too distracted by her questions and multitasking/packing. Say to give you a bit and you'll hang out after you get your stuff done. Then slowly pack and enjoy the silence. This tactic is cleverer than it looks. Confusion and needing space, saying you're overwhelmed and need space to think is a way to deflect confrontation. Just keep repeating until she goes away. Yeah, this is the one ammo. So sick of Mil. My Mil always tries to tell me how to treat my daughter and I'm getting fed up. I took my daughter to visit her yesterday briefly because she kept complaining she hasn't seen her since I've been off work and I'm sick of hearing it. While there my daughter hurt herself a few times, tripped and fell down, pinched her fingers on a toy etc. My daughter is 19 months. She cries and reaches for me and I immediately go to pick her up to console her and my Mil starts yelling no don't pick her up. Every time I am around her she tries to tell me how to parent my child. What to feed her, how to treat her etc. Then at the visit yesterday she tells me I need to do more for my daughter because my husband is solely responsible for her. Now WTF, as I'm the one that takes care of her 99.5% of the time. Apparently she thinks this because my husband picks up more milk for our daughter on his way home from work and makes her bedtime bottle. I tell him when she needs milk picked up and I make all her bottles all day so husband can help when he is home from work. She is completely nuts and I'm so sick of it. And I'm so sick of being told what to do and that I do things wrong and I don't do enough. Mil has no clue what goes on in our home. I tell her exactly that. I do 95% of caring for our child's needs. Don't pretend to know what goes on in our immediate family and marriage. You don't know. You aren't there. You aren't a part of it. And if my husband did more than 5%, which he doesn't because he's at work, that would be our business and none of your concern. Say it very calmly. Then turn back to what you are doing. When she tells you how to parent, say, I've got this. If she keeps it up, say, I don't need unsolicited advice. I've got this. If she does it again, say, you keep doing this. You must be tired. Let's end the visit for today. Just as you had the opportunity to parent your child as you saw fit, my parenting is my decision and it is not up for debate. Then, familiarize yourself with Jade and stick with it. Don't justify your decisions. I'm picking my child up to comfort her. Don't argue. I'm not going to argue about this. We can agree to disagree. Don't go on the defensive. Don't explain yourself. I had to do this with relatives, especially my NGM who thought attending to the physical and mental wants and needs would spoil a child. I informed her Dr. Spock nonsense has been soundly debunked and I would attend to my child the way I saw fit. It's time to drop the rope. All messages go through DH. Tell DH that if she can't keep a respectful tongue in her mouth then you won't be taking LO to visit her on your own anymore. All visits to MIL are arranged with DH on his time. You tell her nothing about your activities or DH's involvement. She doesn't deserve the gift to being included. I wouldn't visit her anymore. Simple and effective. They never know what's going on in any of our homes. But they always seem to know that, without a doubt, their sons are being mistreated and or doing everything. Seems to be a common trend. Right? I don't tell her anything but my husband will come home and see her as we live in the same apartment building and have milk in hand for our daughter and I'll say something like make sure you put daughter's laxative in her bedtime bottle you always forget and somehow that means poor husband is so mistreated and so busy taking care of daughter while I lay on the couch and spend money all day apparently. As a mother, grandma, and great-grandmother, I want to smack your MIL for you. Stop taking your child to MIL's home. Suggest you meet in a local park or children's area. That will take away some of her perceived power. If you see her at your home, keep all interactions to an outside area with your so present. 100% agree so present and meet always elsewhere, even keep her out of your home. You don't have to bring your daughter to see her if she insults you. If she complains, tell her why. Your husband can bring your daughter over if she wants to see her. I had the same problem with my MIL and had to tell her to mind her own business because I'm the mother not her. Needless to say she didn't like it and actually blocked me on all forms of social media, blocked my number and then called my partner crying twisting things. Caused a little bit of tension between my partner and I for a couple of days but 4 months later, still no contact and life is so stress-free now. Cut down your visits with her. Tell husband what happened and you don't enjoy your time when you are treated this way. Long term you and husband need to be on same page in dealing with Mil, you don't have to do the same things. He can talk and see her and you go and see. But you guys need to agree on what to do. I agree the problem is we live in an apartment building and JustNoMil and JustNoMil are the superintendents. My mill shows up all the time without calling and will use her master key to just come in. I told my husband we need to move, but with current prices of apartments everywhere and financially it's really hard for us to move right now. What to do? I try telling my husband about these issues and he just gets mad with me and blows me off. He has stood up to her before and doesn't seem to have any problem doing so, but when it comes to my issues he won't say anything. Leave me freaking alone. TLCNR, JNMIL wants to know everything about me, calls me rude because I didn't pick up her phone immediately, then mocking our life. First of all, thank this sub so much for becoming my safe zone. Even though I get criticized sometimes, because I was so dumb by still trying to keep up with JNMIL, just for the peace, and I feel sorry for DH, this community is so wonderful. I am very lonely human, so I have nowhere but here to vent. Also I don't have a diary, so this sub is like where I keep all the records of how JNMIL treats me. The relationship between me and JNMIL has been very weird because she always acts like nothing happened after a storm. No explanation, no apologies, just acting like nothing happened, and it seems like people around her are used to that, so nobody even questions. When she acted nice to me, I couldn't confront her either because I'm not a fighter person, that's my bad. Yesterday's morning, my husband sent me a capture from her Facebook's post. She posted couple photos of me, my husband and his younger brother, and saying something like her everything and how she loves us and stuffs. She used to do that before. I just simply replied, huh. Hubby then deleted the texts and I didn't question him, maybe because he knows that I don't fall for that shit. My day went peaceful again until just 2 hours later, JNMIL called me 4 times in a row. I couldn't pick up because I had business to do, but honestly I have phone anxiety, and especially from the PTSD she left to me in the past, I don't like to pick up her phone anyway, I only text. But she didn't text me after, she called and texted my husband instead, asking him why Rin_102 doesn't pick up her phone. Turning out she called me because she was at the nail salon I tend to work for this month. The owners are my husband's friends and they want me to work for them. JustNoMil said to hubby, they need her here today, so tell her to come here ASAP. She made it sound very bad, like something emergency. Hubby told her to text me instead, but she still tried to call me and texted him, I can't text, I'm driving, so why you can text your son. At this time, I was already chatting with my husband and he told me everything. I was so confused because she still tried to call me but not texting me. She told my husband, original text, she's afraid to talk to me weird, I'm her mother-in-law and no need to be afraid to answer me. After that she texted me but I didn't answer right away, I wanted to wait to see her reaction in the situation if I was really busy and I couldn't reach my phone to even check the call/text. She, immediately, texted my husband. I texted her, she still don't answer. She's afraid of me f***ed up. I find it rude in so many ways that she can talk to me out you. My husband replied, Rin_102 will text you soon, she has been busy all morning. JNMIL, I'm done trying, never too busy to answer a phone call, sorry. Okay. I really hate the way she texts. Too many misspelling and wrong grammars to be a native English speaker while I am not, but I hate her voice even more. I was so frustrated at that point already, but I waited 10 minutes to calm down, then text her that sorry, I have been busy the whole day as I have a test to do, so I couldn't use my phone much and I will talk with the nail salon's owner. Then I talked with the owner to ask her if she really needs me to be there right now, but she said no, just come when I'm done with everything it needs to be done. No one rush me, only JNMIL. She tries to make everything sound very bad to rush us, and this is not the first time. We actually fought multiple times because JNMIL rushed us in the past and made me stressed out about it, so this time I didn't want to fall into her trap. However, after all this happened, my anxiety got really bad. Whenever someone tries to call me multiple times without plan, except hubby, I have panic attacks even though I can't pick up the phone. I can't explain this to JNMIL because she used to call me anxiety queen, anxiety BS. She doesn't respect my mental health even though my husband and I tried in the past to tell her that I have been dealing with anxiety disorder for so long. Then at night when I was preparing dinner, she called my husband to ask if I talk with the nail salon owner, then kept asking when will I start working. We don't want to tell her about that because honestly I'm waiting for another offer from a real company. I only worked in corporate world in the past. When my husband doesn't give her the answer, she kept pushing, come on, tell me. Everyone knows about your private life, come on honey, and my husband hung up. She blew up texting him that we pissed her off and she doesn't understand why we needs to keep a private life. I used my husband's phone to text her back about how she doesn't respect our privacy and anybody needs privacy in life. We even put my foots down to tell her, you don't respect our privacy because you don't have one. You put everything in your life on Facebook, she really does. She posts like 5 times a day telling everybody everything about her life from how she feels when she wakes up to where she goes, what she is doing. JustNoMil texted, good luck with your life then bye. She then said something about how rude I am when she tried to call me multiple times in front of the nail salon people but I didn't pick up and stuffs. We just told her come to pick her bird that she asked us to look after when she went camping a week ago, but now she kept delaying to pick him up. I guess she doesn't want to have the bird anymore, but she ignored the message. Husband then blocked her and I believe that it's mutual. Well, on my part, I will never tolerate her craziness again. She could guilt trip us for anything she had done for us, mostly for hubby and herself, I don't care. She crossed the boundaries and disrespected me way too much. I really wish this could be the last time I posted here about new things she has done to me because healing takes so long time and I can never heal if the wounds kept being scratched by her new knives. Thank you everyone who read until here. I wish you the best today. Update, just after I posted this, FIL texted hubby to tell him that JNMIL needs to get the bird now, but we told her that I'm busy so come to pick up the bird when hubby gets home from work. She then texted me, original text. Get my bird ready, I'm coming to get him, if I have to I'll call cops to get him at your door me. You are dead to us. You and hubby both rot in hell. Mean, rude, disrespectful butch, itd your mother everything that she raised a monster. I replied. I'm not at home now, you can come to pick him up after. The other day when you told us you will pick him up, you didn't because you got company. Yesterday you didn't too. Please stop disrespect me and everything you text me now will be recorded. It doesn't make you look good. Everyone has their business to do, I'm not rude, you just don't respect my time. JNMIL, go work in marketing hubby, I hope you fail. Me, you can't talk to me in nice way, I will block your number. I have never said anything wrong to you, so don't talk to me this way. Then I blocked her number. I just texted BIL to ask him that I didn't know he would tell his mom about our business. This will be the last time and never again. She's definitely something. If the nail salon had needed you for an emergency, they could have called you themselves. No need to have your MIL act as middleman. She is definitely something. I'm wondering if she was just trying to get you out of the house so she could have time with your DH alone. She shouldn't care about you working while you're doing something else, it's not her business. She really needs to be reminded that her son's marriage is none of her business either. Oh, you lucky girl, you get to give your MIL the bird. I really want to give her back the bird that we helped looking after for her, ASAP, but I don't want to see any of their faces now, so I need my husband to be at home when they come to take the bird. Then I will be free. OMG, that's awesome, LOL. May I suggest that you screenshot her texts and store them in the cloud or as an email to yourself? Later on, if she tries to deny she ever said that, you will be able to refresh her memory. It will also be helpful if family members try to tell you and your husband that you should be nice to Mil, show them the texts and tell them to go talk to Mil about being nice. Bus, reading that was giving me anxiety, lol. So glad you blocked her hateful ass. Keep those texts for when the holidays roll around and she tries to rug sweep, you can email them to her. This isn't a person we want to spend holidays with, or DH can and should do this, since it's his mother. Good luck with the new job. It's really nice idea. From now on, whenever anyone try to make me talk with her again, I will send them the texts and say exact what you told me. She wants us to rot in hell. Oh, if living like JustNoMil can go to heaven, I would rather to be friend with Satan. I tell her via text and email that she has 24 hours to pick up the bird that she abandoned, or the bird will be surrendered to a local bird rescue. You handled yourself well. Good job. We told her that she can come pick him up after hubby gets home from work, but she threatened me that she will call the police on me to get the bird she refused to pick up 2 times, lol. What an aggravating and exhausting person she is. She uses and abuses the phone like a chain that she yanks to try to control you all. You're busy adults, you do not exist to be at her beck and call. The only thing you can do is not play her game. Avoid and ignore her. She is not your ruler. Funny how she accused you of being a monster, when she's the one acting like one. JNs often accuse others of the behavior that they themselves are displaying. Thank you. I agree with what you say. She fits perfectly with narcissistic personality signs. I don't even bother to call her back names because I always plan to expose her to people, could be police, courts or anyone in her family. Oh, and there are times she called me dump Jap. I had to stop myself to call her back with bad words in Italian. Haha, she is American but her parents are Italian immigrants. She likes the toxic fighting, so you need to disengage when she acts disrespectfully. When she acts up, block her for a set period of time as a timeout. Don't tell her you're doing it, just let her figure it out as it happens. She will learn that she's not getting the reaction she's looking for, and she loses privileges for a period of time, so can't even contact you at all. Never apologize for texting someone back later. It is absolutely not your responsibility to be at anyone's beck and call 24/7. I often read messages, I turned off read receipts, pin them to respond later, and continue to work on whatever I was working on. When I respond, I want to have the time and mental energy to do so. I often don't when I'm interrupted. People learn that I will respond when I'm ready, and they respect that. If they don't, I don't have the mental energy to respond to them for longer and longer periods of time. There are consequences to being rude. Your Mil needs to learn that. This was exhausting to read. I am so sorry. My sister-in-law texts like that, so I started responding, I don't understand what that means, and she started doing better. I know it's very exhausting to read. I'm really sorry, sad face. My husband and I feel exhausted every single day having her text and call us that way. I didn't mean to make people feel uncomfortable because of my post either. Have you ever asked husband if he'd move either far away from his mom, or maybe back to your country? If you have a good relationship with your family and would like to be near them, it'd be only fair for him to spend time near your family, after making you live near his and being subjected to their bullshit. Yes, I have asked him a lot. We always consider to do that, but he still thinks that he wants to try more in America. I feel like American who has never traveled to any other developed countries always think America is kind of the best. I think he might change his mind if he travels to my country after I get the green card, so I'm waiting. My twin sister's husband actually is American too, but he chose to live in our country instead, Japan. So we could have a good time there, I suppose. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.